Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do a review and a demo on a brand new foundation that just came out from MAC, and it is called the Studio Waterweight SPF 30 foundation. It's in a glass frosted bottle, so I kind of prefer them not to be glass. Unfortunately, all their things are glass. But it's a thicker glass, so hopefully if it breaks, if it falls it wouldn't break. So this one is 1.0 fluid ounces or 30 ml, and it's a dropper type of serum foundation like this. So this has been getting rave reviews. This was first tested last year at New York Fashion Week. And everyone loved it, everyone was talking about it, and a lot of, I don't know if you guys know or not, but a lot of products get tested like a year before at Fashion Week and other things like that, to see if they're gonna do well, see if the makeup artists are gonna like them or not. So a lot of stuff that we see that comes out like this new stuff, new formulations of stuff, they've already been tried and tested before. So this one, it's supposed to be oil-free. It's supposed to be for people of all skin types, oily or dry. As you can tell by the shiny face, I am very oily and I really want to put on the fan, but I'm afraid to because I don't want it to be super loud, so I'll just sweat. So this is like a MAC's version of a serum foundation. A lot of companies have been coming out with them. There's already one at the drugstore, the Maybelline Wonder Touch, something like that, but it's also in a dropper style glass little bottle, and I've never really been a huge fan of them just because I do have oily skin. I do kind of find it hard to wear these types of foundations because I find they slide everywhere, and they just are meant more for dry skin. But I thought I would go ahead and give this one a try since MAC promises that it is good for all skin types. This has a light to medium coverage. It's supposed to be very skin-like. It leaves a satin dewy finish. It is not matte by any means. You definitely have to set this with a powder, and I would say even if you're kind of dry, I would at least set like your T-zone because it stays kind of tacky. It doesn't seem to really dry down very well. What I've seen people do too is also use like a beauty blender to try and just press it into the skin more, but I found when I did that it took away from the coverage. So I don't, for me personally, because I have a lot of hyperpigmentation and acne scarring to cover, I don't use a beauty blender with this. I think that is a great tool for like a thicker foundation, more full coverage foundation, like Estee Lauder Double Wear, Kat Von D, Revlon Color Stay, those type of formulas. Thinner formulas like this I find get absorbed into the beauty blender and also again shears out the product. So MAC also released a brush with this. I don't remember the number. I want to say it's 196, but it is basically a flat top angled, very short bristled brush, and when I got this to try it on me at the store, the sales associate used it, and she basically, instead of buffing it in, she pressed it in, and she said that's the way I was gonna get more coverage with this foundation. Now I find that I only need one layer and then maybe like another very thin layer like here where a lot of my hyperpigmentation is, and then I will use concealer to actually conceal like real problem areas, like under, conceal it under my eyes, acne spots. So I really like this. So far so good. It's like been 90 something degrees for the past couple weeks here in Southern California. It is a hellhole if you are looking forward to autumn and are desperate to get some change of the season, but here we are. So I found this held up pretty well. I will wear this all day, and I set it with powder. I either like the girl had tried it with the MSF Natural, and I love the MSF Natural. It looks beautiful with this. However, it is also $33. This itself is $33. The brush is $32, which I did not get, obviously, or else I would have shown it. So I passed on that one, and I decided to go with, I set it first with my Blot Powder by MAC, and I do like that. And then I just recently bought a Covergirl Advanced Radiance pressed powder. And I've never been a huge fan of Covergirl makeup for the face. It always was breaking me out. I don't know why. I have really shitty skin. And that powder has more of a, it has a radiance to it. It has like skin brightening pigments in it. And I kind of find it a little more comparable to the MSF Natural versus the Blot Powder. Now the Blot Powder is great. I do take it with me to touch up on my face because I will have some breakthrough oil, especially I get super oily on my chin. I don't know why. That is the oily, like my mustache and my chin are my oiliest spots ever. More so than my forehead and my nose. Go figure. I don't know. So I got the color, I forgot to tell you, NC25. Little rant. I hate when they launch foundations in September, and I feel like they always launch new foundations at September, with the Pro Longwear waterproof being like the exception. They usually always launch liquid foundations in September. I don't know why, and it pisses me off because I'm still getting over my summer tan. Like, I can go as far as NC35, I'm not even kidding, versus like at my palest I'm about an NC20. So huge difference. I don't know how this happens, maybe because I'm half Hispanic, but I get super tan without even trying. And then look, it's September, it's still like a million degrees out. I'm still getting, not sunburn or anything like that, but I mean I'm still getting some color to me, so it upsets me because I know that I will have to either get another shade later on by the end of October, or just start putting my Studio Fix powder kind of on top of it to whiten it up. I don't know. Another thing on the shades, they all have the regular shades that you would see in the Studio Fix. They have a couple of N colors. They have the full range of the NWs and the NCs. There is no C. I know that Studio Fix Fluid, I think, has C, because I know they have it in the powders, but I don't know if they have it in the liquid. I think they do. I think they had expanded their shade range, but this only comes in NC, NW, and then 2 N shades. So I heard a couple people grumbling that this was the lightest color in this would have been, I guess, NW15 or N13 or something like that, and some people are saying that even though they can wear that in the other formulas, that this one was still too dark for them. I'm not sure. I think this runs slightly light personally, so I don't know. Definitely it will oxidize slightly on you. That's just like the nature of the beast. Most of the time MAC foundations I find oxidize, not terribly, but you know, it does oxidize slightly. So anyways, let me go ahead and get into this. So it says to shake really well, because of course it's a you know, it has, I don't know if it has actual water in it. It says Waterweight. Oh, it's very lightweight, but you could still feel like you have something on your skin, because that's just, it almost feels a little oily, but then once you set it, so I'm squeezing this to get the product into the dropper, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in my fingertips like so, keep it up, and then kind of go like this. I find that this method seems to work the best, because normally what I would do is I would just apply it to my brush, and then from there go. But I find that this works a little bit better with this foundation. You can also use your fingers if you want really light coverage. Let me just get one of my kids' wipes. Bulk pack, and just wipe that off. So the brush I'm gonna do 2 different brushes. So this one is a Morphe MB6, and it is a flat top. It's movable, and this is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which is a little more stiff, a little more dense. So this side, I'll try this one. So the lady had pressed it into my skin versus buffing, and so that's the technique I've been doing instead of buffing, because I feel like when I buff, I'm kind of taking away coverage. Might be nice if I didn't have a hair. I look crazy. Okay. So as you can see, it is super luminous, but it's not glittery by any means. It's definitely just the nature of the product because it's a oil type serum, and I shouldn't say oil because it's not oil, but it's like a serum type product. So if you have dry skin, you are gonna love this. The only reason I even kind of went for this is because I've been trying to moisturize my skin more. I just turned 30 in August, so I kind of feel like I need to start stepping up my game when it comes to moisturizing my face. And then on my neck, I just bring it down. Although I think the match is very good. My body is much tanner, so I end up having a bronze. Okay, so that was with that brush. That is the result I get. Again, just pressing it in. So now on this side, I'm going to take this, and again, just kind of press it in. And see. Actually, I haven't used this brush with this, so I was kind of curious. Let's learn together. I think that the coverage is actually pretty good considering that it's a light to medium coverage. That's what it says. That's what it claims to be. So if you just had to worry about redness, girl, go for this. This is nice. I like it personally. I think it looks very skin-like. I'm just bringing it down over here. So now I'm just going to take a little bit more on just this area right here. I hate foundation lips. Baby wipes are not the way with this. So I'm just going to take a little bit more, and again just kind of use my hand. I think that if you don't have very much to cover, your fingers would work just fine for this. Because look, I'm just pressing it into the skin. I like it a lot personally, just for the effect that it gives. It's just a very natural looking foundation. Just like the texture of it is amazing. This, I think it's supposed to be comparable to the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I've never tried that foundation because it's $60 and I'm not about that life. But at half the price, it's worth a try. And of course you could always get a sample. I just tried it on in the store at the time and I liked it right then and there. That's why I bought it. I usually don't buy things right away. I usually like to test them. Just again, need it a little bit more. And just kind of using my hands. I like to test them a little bit before I buy, but I really like this. And like I said, once I set it with powder, it really doesn't go anywhere. Again, another thing that really surprised me, because even with my normal, I always go for longwear foundations. Even with longwear foundations, it's usually gone, like around my mouth, or on my chin, or on my nose. Scars usually are showing up. But with this one, I don't have that problem. Anyway, so that's the finished look. This is basically just one layer and then extra layer here and then like right there. And then I just kind of was using my fingers all over to kind of smooth it into my skin, press it into my skin more. And then blowing it down my neck. So that's the finished look. Verdict is, in case you couldn't tell because I've said it like 5 times already in this video, I really like this. I think this is a beautiful foundation. Definitely, see, like, even concealed under my eyes pretty decently. Like, honestly, I almost look like I don't have makeup, but like there's something with it. I think there's more coverage with this than I would get with my normal BB cream that I've been using, and the BB cream that I have is too light, even though it is light and medium. Garnier, what the F. That one's more matte. This one definitely, of course, is more dewy. It's more like luminous skin. But I'm getting more coverage out of this than I would with my normal BB creams if you were thinking that maybe this was just kind of like a glorified BB cream. I feel like I'm doing something good for my skin when I'm putting this on. I don't feel like, even though it feels like still tacky and it's like very kind of moisturizing, I don't feel like I just put like oil all over my face. Like some, like the Maybelline one I didn't care for. I did try it like 2 years ago or whatever, it launched last year or whatever, and I didn't care for it. This one I do, like, I feel like I'm doing something good for my skin, that it's not suffocating my pores. I just think it looks really, really nice. This is a very natural looking foundation. And honestly, like, I could probably just go run my errands and be done. I mean, you know, I think it's good. So I would recommend go ahead and check this out. And don't order online. I would definitely like go try it in the store, because again, some people are saying that the colors run a little bit funny. I think it works fine. That's just my opinion. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.